Hello, dear friends. I would like to speak to you about the current situation that you are in, and that is confusing many of you. It's in regards to elections in the USA. There is a lot of confusion and also fear around it, and not just fear, but a lot of negative emotions, also towards people who are choosing different side than some other people and so on, and a lot of consideration of what that might cause and where this is going to head and so on. I would like to offer you different point of view on all of this, and as always I would like to empower you and encourage you to connect with yourself more and to remember what is really important to align with, and what you want. And it's not ego want, it's something that is coming from not just your soul as your desire, that what you want to create on earth or help to create on earth and to manifest as a collective. So it's desire as a collective you are also tuning into. So I want to encourage you to tune into true desire, not to get distracted by mind control or mind games with the fear and getting distracted about all of details. And I know most of you have made up your mind already if you want to vote or don't vote and who you want to vote. But some of you made a choice also about or from certain influences that you wanted someone else to tell you, like who to choose or what to choose. And that is a very disempowered state of being or even choice. So what I want to share with you is also that if you want to grow as a society, and also I don't want you to focus on your growth just because of you want to meet galactic family and so on. That's not the point. You have to want it because it's a natural form of evolution and living, changing. So when you will be more self-empowered on an individual level, you will be also more empowered as a society, and then you will align with or grow in a way that you will be matched to meet galactic family. I'm not talking about ourselves, just ourselves as YahYel, but many other species that you are connecting with, and or races that you are connecting with, and you desire to have a more face-to-face contact in the future. So some of you maybe would be interested, like what I would choose, what I would choose if I would be in your position as a Earth as a human on Earth, or even just as my position outside of the Earth, me as a being from YahYel race. And so of course I cannot answer that question. You would like me to tell you about like what are probabilities if you choose this and that, but you understand that that question or that the wish, I think it again comes from this empowerment that you want something more wise than you to give you advice, and you are not trusting yourself. You are not basically aligning with yourself and with your purpose and with the best flow of your life. And you have to trust when you really align with yourself and ground that any action that will come from that alignment will be serving collective in the best way. So that is the way to choose what you want to do with the situation. Any choice that you make from this state of being is okay. And again, I also want to remind you that you know that your physical mind, your ego, cannot decide properly. Ego can decide only on facts or data that's happened already, that you've seen. But that's why you want, for example, from me to tell you maybe what is best choice because you wanted to hear from someone who can feel into future and into probabilities, who is multidimensional. But again, you are disempowered and a victim mode. If you do that, you have a power to align with yourself and with your higher self. And that in that moment when you aligned with the peace and freedom within you, the right choice will come in a time when you should make it. So I advise you to actually let this idea go. Just don't pay attention to it. You are losing all of your time if you are giving all of your energy into it. Time and your energy is lost when you are still dealing with it, or you want other people to change their minds. And as I told you, you cannot change anyone's minds or anyone's else really. You maybe are hoping that you would change a mind of someone who is not decided. But again, you are doing that from your own disempowerment. When you feel like you can change someone else's mind, it's like you are telling that they are not empowered themselves and you think that you can influence them. But that action comes from belief of your own self-empowerment or lack of your self-empowerment. It may come from like you, or you may feel like it comes from that you know better than someone else. But that is ego again, knowing that you know better for someone else what is in most alignment with their own choice and with their own life. Is coming again from trying to overpower someone, and that is again a reflection that you are getting from this situation. This is advice for anyone, and you can look at this advice from two point of views, like from someone who is doing it and from someone who is receiving it. So don't give in into disempowerment. If someone is confusing you and maybe creating some anxiety around this situation for you, don't go in that direction. And again, just connect with the peace and freedom that you want to have on earth, that is your true desire. And from then, or that feeling you will feel when times come, what to choose. Again, as I told you. So you don't have to tune into other people, like what they are telling you, or creating fear or anxiety that you have to choose this or that, and even creating fear, like if you choose this, then this will happen, or this won't happen, and so on. All these things are just creating fear and pulling you into that disempowerment. So if you feel something or some situation or conversation is causing you to feel like this, I advise you to rather disconnect from it. Of course, you don't have to judge the other person. It just let it go. Let it exist in their own world, in their own vibrational level, and you can choose for yourself. And I want to also tell you, it's completely okay even choose not to vote, because by voting or going there, you are basically supporting a whole system that is very dysfunctional. And at the same time, if your higher self would eventually advise you from that inner peace and you get inspired to go and vote for someone, then that is again best choice as well. This system is not going to fall immediately. That could maybe happen if no one would vote, and that is least probability that can happen. So you know that voting will happen, this system will continue. So just allow your higher self to show you. And even if you are not able to maybe tune into your higher self, for example, if you would choose not to vote and eventually maybe it would be giving you to vote, but you wouldn't not pick up it, that's okay as well. Like if you are able to tune into your own alignment the best that you can, it doesn't have to be perfect. You are still raising all the probabilities that all the situation and your life is going to head in a best direction. So of course you don't have to stress about, will I pick up, if I should or shouldn't or something. Again, it's coming from a fear. Just relax and let it go. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You don't have to worry about something that didn't happen even, or could happen and it didn't, and so on. So just relax and let it go. And because this system is not going to be completely destroyed immediately, this will not fall, then of course there will be certain consequences again that you would need to live with. But it doesn't mean, like, if you didn't choose to vote, for example, that it's your fault that you are now experiencing something because you maybe didn't go to vote for someone else, and reality would be different if you would go, and so on. And it's also because you are putting too much power just into one person. And this is something that is very strong belief in America, that people there are learned or taught to believe that they are way more important than they are, or their president, and so on, and ignoring like the size of whole world, other cultures, influences of those other cultures, other important people, and so on, and whole structure. Yes, the person can be very influential, but still, if you are focusing on it, that you are giving so much importance just into that one person, you are again just giving it more attention, that this is really person that can influence everything and everyone, and if that goes wrong, you are all fucked up, and so on. So don't even give that idea or hold this election that much power, because if you do, then it will overpower you. And of course, like, I cannot influence everyone with this speech and everything. I just want to influence few individuals that would be able to listen to this and align with what I am saying, because I care about their individual lives. And if I can change the way how you relate with this situation into more positive, and to help you to ease yourself, ease your feelings, then it will make me very happy as well. And again, with this audio, it's just the same way that I was speaking about all these things. I'm not giving it all that power that, oh, I want to change with this audio that I'm giving you the way how people relate with this situation. I want to influence those who are able to listen, who are ready to find what I'm offering. And if I would wish, like, for everyone to be like this, then it would be my own ego and trying to overpower your own empowerment, your own alignment. But that's not what I want to do. I want to only guide you and those who can use this in a positive way. So sometimes you are being stressed about, like, if that open contact will happen or won't happen, or what are probabilities and so on. Again, I want to tell you that Earth is going in a certain direction, and you will have it. Not just one version of Earth or something like that. There are many versions of Earth that has contact in different times and so on. And you are just heading that direction. And it's not like that something can get so messy that you won't be able to evolve. You will always get a second chance, an infinite second chances, basically, to shift. As in your normal life, when you make a very huge mistake that destroys something that you try to create, or you needed to learn something, there is always chance to rebuild what you maybe lost. So that can happen also, and it's always happening. Like, with the right alignment, you are creating those probabilities of creating that future contact. And again, I don't want you to focus just on that, but I just wanted to tell you that even when someone would sometimes would feel like maybe you don't deserve contact, or that probability got lower, it doesn't mean that it cannot go higher. It always can fluctuate and so on, and it does. But yeah, it will always be fluctuating. That's what I want to tell you. And it's never will get to the point that you will, or Earth will never be able to experience any type of contact, and you are already experiencing. But we are talking about more physicalized, when you would be able to join us. There is still a bunch of probabilities for you, even after elections, no matter how they end, to have a contact. So that's what I wanted to tell you as well. So I hope this helped you, and I will leave you with this message, and have a good day.